Next on ACC Live, a Valentine for Duke fans and a birthday present for Coach K. The Blue Devils beat the Tar Heels. Plus, the Noles are the next team up in Dunkuary, which Florida State Dunk will advance to the Sweet 16. And since it's Valentine's Day, we're looking at the best couples in ACC history. Corciani and Monroe, fire and ice, that's one. Who else? It's time to snuggle up. Okay, maybe that's too close. ACC Live Throwback is now. Welcome to ACC Live Throwback Thursday. I'm Jeff Fischel. It's a special show today, and it seems perfect for a Valentine's Day that I don't have to spend the show alone. Look who's with me today. It's like a Tuesday trending show. Kelly Nash, K-Nash Sports. Kelly, you feeling the love today for Valentine's Day?
I am. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. We're talking about the best couples in ACC history. That's coming up.
We are. And for ACC Live, we're one of them, right, Jeff?
Today we are.
Work spouses, at
least.
Work spouses,
exactly.
Now, you know what Valentine's Day reminded me of? We are 2 months from the NFL draft. And I've seen you, Jeff, play a little pickup ball in the parking lot with our analyst, Dorsey Levins,
yes.
Riley Skinner. So I've got a little gift for you.
Okay.
You would be my #1 draft pick, Jeff.
Oh, that's sweet. Do I get to have those?
Yes. Never know what you're going to get, Jeff. Never know.
Where am I showing it to? Over here, the main camera? Towards her, the main camera right there? I'm the #1 draft pick.
Yeah.
Look at that. On Valentine's Day, I'm feeling the love.
Hopefully you share.
Look at those graphics.
They outdid themselves.
I'm sending you these hearts that are flying through the air.
Pink ones. How appropriate.
Pink ones. Speaking of pink, look at you for Valentine's Day.
Where's your pink? Men wear pink, Jeff.
I'll make obscure 80s reference psychedelic furs right here for Kelly
And I don't know what that means, but I'll look it up.
All right, psychedelic furs, pink, look it up. And you'll get it. It's flattering. It's flattering. It's our day 4, by the way, of Dunkuary as well, so get out and vote. Plus, we'll have the Florida State Dunks coming up. It's time now for the buzz, and Duke wins. Did you see it? 73-68, the final. The Blue Devils over Carolina. The intensity, an incredibly high level last night. There were no moments that will always be remembered by Duke and Carolina fans, but it was a hard-fought, tight game. Mason Plumlee had a double-double. Quinn Cook, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 4 steals. Roy Williams finally decided to start P.J. Hairston. He had 23 points. If you look at the numbers, when Hairston, Reggie Bullock, and James Michael McAdoo are in the lineup together, that offense performs like it's one of the best in the country. It doesn't really matter whether Hairston starts or comes off the bench, but he needs to be on the floor more with Bullock and McAdoo. Despite the loss, this was probably the Tar Heels' best defensive effort of the season. We'll see if it carries over. Now, Kelly, the buzz didn't die down as soon as the game was over. It kept going.
Didn't. I was so impressed with Duke's chemistry and leadership, and so was Kyle Singler. He sent out this tweet: "Congrats to my Dukies and a happy birthday to Coach K." But Jeff, I didn't know you could call them Dukies.
Here's the thing, okay? We need to clarify this. Dukies, in and of itself, not an insult.
Okay.
It's a D-U-K-I-E. That's fine. It's when the Tar Heel fans decide to insult Dukies by changing the U to an O-O. That's when it's not okay.
And I've just been schooled, which takes us to our next tweet. Sean Crest, great post-game tweet right here. K opens the presser with, "It's hell being 66, let me tell ya."
He can't complain, though. What a great birthday present, beating Carolina,
right? It really
right?
wasn't. 4 national titles. It must be great to be 66, have 33 years with an amazing program and 4 titles.
Nothing's gone wrong with Coach K. This season especially, 22-2. They keep winning even without Ryan Kelly.
They really do. I have one more. David Morrison, he added this little nugget. Seth Curry said he busted through, Jeff, 2 pairs of shoes. Heels, running that guy wild.
Speaking of heels, how is that possible? How are you bursting through 2 pairs of shoes in one game?
Ask the Tar Heels. They might have an answer.
Maybe there's some hijinks going on there because we've seen hijinks, right? We'll get to that in just a second. Coach K, meanwhile, feeling his age. He talked about it, feeling 66. Now 8-4 on his birthday. It's the first time he's coached Duke against Carolina on his birthday. He's been through a lot of Duke-Carolina battles. Now 38-37 all-time against the Tar Heels. 75 matchups. He's gone against Carolina 75 times, and he's come out on top more than half, which is impressive when you're talking about North Carolina, one of the great programs all time. I talked about shenanigans. What would a Tar Heels Blue Devils game be without some? Some clever Carolina students stole the Duke mascot's head and impaled it on top of the Chapel Hill bookstore.
Great.
Deadspin released the photo last night. The Blue Devil head was first noticed at the student store yesterday morning. A worker pulled it down, but then over the course of the day, UNC students who work at the student store posed with the Blue Devil head. Finally, the cops came, picked it up, and returned it to its rightful owner 8 miles away.
Well, Kelly, that must have been the backup. Right?
It is the backup.
I mean, how do you get a hold of that?
The Chapel Hill campus must have loved that all day.
They absolutely did. I just caught this snarky tweet. I got to read it to you guys. Kevin sent it out. It says, Carolina stole Duke's mascot head. Too bad they couldn't steal a win.
Ooh. Hey, scoreboard always
settles
it.
He must be single.
Scoreboard
Safe to
always
say.
settled it. 73-68 the final. Another ACC rivalry game. Miami beat Florida State 74-68. The Canes are still perfect. 11-0 in the ACC. Shane Larkin, 22 points. He's shooting over 60% in their last 5 games and still distributing well. Right now, I've got to tell you, he would be my first-team All-ACC point guard. Yes, ahead of Lorenzo Brown, ahead of Eric Green. Kelly, it's Valentine's Day. You've been hesitant to get on board with the Canes. Are you ready to open your heart and give the Canes a hug?
A hug, Jeff, but not a big kiss. Not yet. I want to see more.
Sorry, Canes. You're number 3 in the country, and you're still not getting love from Kelly, even
Keep
on
him
Valentine's
humble.
Day.
I like it.
All right.
It'll
The new athletic director, Blake James, isn't afraid to tweet. He's a social guy as well. Just landed back in Miami with the Hoops team. Great trip to Tally. Always fun to beat FSU regular season sweep. He's right. Canes fans are having a ton of fun right now. Blake James, by the way, the new athletic director, very social guy. You can follow him on Twitter. Also, Hurricane Sports tweeted this out. Just checking. Yep. Oh, showing off the standings right there. Miami 11-0. And that was before the end of the Duke North Carolina game. You saw Duke there 8-2. Now 9-2. Then Virginia 8-3. And then it's Carolina and NC State.
And Jeff, Miami also the only unbeaten team in conference play in the power conferences. That says something.
Is that not enough for you?
That's amazing.
For a kiss?
That is amazing.
For the Canes?
Tight hug.
Just a tight hug. We're getting there.
Baby steps.
Also buzzing, Michael Jordan is turning 50 Sunday. The former North Carolina great will be on the cover of Sports Illustrated next week for the 50th time. Kelly, we're talking about the greatest of all time, the GOAT.
Yes.
So everyone wants to offer their respect.
50th time and perfectly timed. I mean, how do you time that out?
I'm guessing it's not a coincidence. They started planning this over the last couple of years, making sure he was on 49 before we got to this next week.
I love it. Found a couple great tweets I want to share. Keith writes, as Jordan turns 50, Sports Illustrated puts MJ on a cover a 50th time, reminds us LeBron is not even close yet.
Look, there's no shame in being LeBron James. He's awesome. He's the best player right now in the NBA. There's no doubt about it. I think when it's all said and done, sure, Jordan remains the greatest of all time. But I think LeBron's going to get, really, LeBron's level play has been right there. It's a question of whether he can get those titles.
Longevity, I agree.
Yep.
And you're a Lakers fan.
Kobe's great. But
He's
LeBron,
closer.
Again, if LeBron can keep it up for a few more years, I think LeBron passes Kobe.
We'll see. I've got one more tweet. Joe loving the Kate Upton-MJ combo on Sports Illustrated this week. He tweeted, swimsuit edition and Michael Jordan's 50th SI cover come out the same week. Sports Illustrated is on point.
The question is, which sells more, right?
Kate! Jordan's had 49 other chances. This is her second.
I don't think men are going to be bashful about buying either one.
They'll get Polar Bear.
We'll have more on Michael Jordan's 50th birthday on his birthday. That's Sunday, and that's the buzz. Now it's time for Dunkuary. We've already given you must-see matchups. Today, it is Florida State's turn. What is the best dunk in Seminoles history? You'll decide. Here's the lowdown with Dunkuary. 2 great dunks from every ACC school go head-to-head. Every matchup, whichever dunk gets the most votes from you, moves on to the next round on February 27th. We release our 16 dunk bracket. Just like the big dance, we go round by round. And then on March 11th, on the week of the men's ACC tournament, we announce the winner. You have no right to complain if you don't vote. So make sure you have a say in who wins. Just watch the dunks on our YouTube channel. Give a thumbs up to the one you like more. So far, we've released the Boston College dunks, Clemson, and Duke dunks. We had that special at-large bid yesterday between Grant Hill and Vince Carter. You can vote on all of those right now. Kelly, have you voted yet?
Yeah. Not only vote, guys, log into your different accounts. Vote multiple times like I did for KJ McDaniels of Clemson. Keep it classy.
She is, as we've stated many times, she's a Clemson grad, and she's not afraid to hide it.
It happens.
And she's rooting for KJ McDaniels. That versus Sam Perry, by the way, that one's getting a lot of votes, a lot of views. So jump in on that one. Now let's get back to Florida State. Today, we're releasing these dunks. We just did a few minutes ago. It's up on our YouTube channel. The first dunk is from Mr. Alexander Johnson. Check this one out. The year was 2006 versus Georgia Tech. Alexander Johnson is coming through the lane, and you'd better get out of his way or else you're getting a knee in the right in the chest.
Check out the taunting.
Yeah, that's really the first dunk. We had Dante Jones yesterday doing the push-ups. That's some flair.
Is great.
But this is some true taunting right there.
And that was some Michael Jordan type air to it. He got up there.
That's a great dunk.
Yeah, it is.
Alexander Johnson is up for vote for Best Florida State Dunk. What about our second nominee? It was just last year. This time, let's look at Okaro White against NC State. Off the out-of-bounds play. Oh, the one-hand jam. This is a lot like the Vince Carter dunk we saw yesterday from North Carolina. Okaro White, huge. And this is not the only time he's done this, Kelly.
This isn't. He did against Clemson as well this year. That's actually from last year. This year, I think, was better. Our analyst, J.R. Reed, he loves this one.
Yeah, J.R. Reed and I both like that one
a
lot. Not that there's anything wrong with the one this year as well. So now, on the ACC Digital Network YouTube channel, watch the Florida State dunks and like the one you like more. Or you can tweet us at the ACCDN and tell us which one you like. You can also find the links to the dunks on the ACC Facebook page. You can vote right on Facebook with a comment about which one you like more. Just to give you an update on our other battles, Vince Carter winning big against Grant Hill. So Duke fans, get on there and get on Grant Hill's bandwagon if you want to see him advance. For our Duke dunk, it's Dante Jones versus Gene Banks. Jones is leading that one. Clemson matchup, all of KJ McDaniels' votes coming from Kelly Nash are helping because McDaniels is leading Sam Perry. The BC dunk contest, Corey Raji versus Reggie Jackson, very close.
That's a good
Get
one.
out and vote. That is a good one. If you're not going out tonight for Valentines, enjoy some women's hoops on the ACC Digital Network live. 5th-ranked Duke visiting Virginia Tech. Watch all the action live starting at 7 Eastern, and it's only on the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday. Coming up, because it's a day for you to share with that special someone, we look back on the great couples in ACC history. That's next.
Nothing but love.
Out with the old and in with the delicious. Commit to bold taste with the new Flavor Resolutions menu at Ruby Tuesday. 10 entrees starting at $9.99. Try our savory barbecue brushed ribs and bacon wrapped shrimp. Or take it up a notch by adding coconut crusted shrimp to our mango salsa topped Caribbean chicken. Plus, enjoy our endless garden bar, free with any chef inspired entree. Ruby Tuesday. It's all good here. Start the new year with savings. Visit rubytuesday.com today for a $5 coupon.
What's better, bigger or smaller?
Bigger!
So which would you rather have, a big treehouse or a small treehouse?
If it's big enough, you can have a disco. Oh, yeah.
Why do you not want a smaller treehouse?
Because it wouldn't be able to fit a flat screen TV, and then the TV would be about this big, and you would have to hold the wire. In the position you would hold the wire, you wouldn't be able to see the TV.
That's a pain in the buns.
Yep. Yeah.
It's not complicated. Bigger is better, and AT&T has the nation's largest 4G network.
The ACC Digital Network, the ultimate video destination for ACC fans. Exclusive highlights, live streaming games, and original live programming, unique access to the student athletes of our time and the legendary voices of all time. Defining moments, personal stories, incredible analysis from authentic ACC sources, cutting-edge content from the leaders in the digital space. The ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.
Good afternoon, Chase Sapphire. This is Stacy from Springfield.
Oh,
Hello?
yes, I didn't realize you'd be talking to an actual person.
You don't need to press 0. I'm here.
Reach a person, not a prompt, whenever you call Chase Sapphire.
This dunk of the day brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.
McAdoo, nice dump off. Oh, and a follow by P.J. Hairston. Well, that decision's paid dividends. Faster lineup, and now Hairston with the bounce.
Share the love this Valentine's with a free dessert when you make reservations on rubytuesday.com.
That's PJ Hairston last night against Duke. Welcome back to ACC Live. I'm Jeff Fischel. Kelly Nash will join me again in just a minute. But now it's time for some headlines from across the conference. Here's what's happening in the ACC Now. Boston College went on an 8-0 run in the final 2 minutes last night to beat Wake Forest 66-63. Wake Forest has not won a conference road game since beating BC last year. CJ Harris was great for the Deacs, 23 points, but traveled in the final seconds when Wake had a chance to take the lead. Tonight, Clemson is at Georgia Tech. Despite a great game from KJ McDaniels, the Tigers lost to the Yellow Jackets 2 weeks ago, 63-60. Tech freshman Marcus Georges-Hunt had 14 points, 7 rebounds. His teammate, Daniel Miller, led everyone with 16 points for Georgia Tech. And a week after signing day, Miami's Al Golden hauled in one last big-name recruit. Super quick running back Cornelius Elder signed with the Hurricanes yesterday. Elder waited because he wanted to find a school where he would be allowed to play both football and basketball. Basketball is actually his favorite. So we could see Elder backing up Shane Larkin next year for Jim Larinaga. And that is the ACC Now. For Valentine's Day, do you have your perfect partner with you? Over the years, we've seen some ACC stars who had that perfect partner on the field or on the court. We asked former Virginia star Corey Alexander from the ACC Network, who's the best couple in ACC history? He had an answer right away: fire and ice.
The first thing that I did with all my people was I asked everybody, who was the best backcourt in ACC history? It became unanimous that you two were the best backcourt to ever play. What does that mean to you, that's what people think of you?
You know, it was special having the opportunity to play with Rodney. It was a bond that, you know, was created, you know, from you know, our freshman year, and we just kind of grew together. But just being mentioned in the company of so many great players is really quite an honor.
I have to do a lot of thinking, but I don't know of any two guards that worked together and meant more to their team over the course of their career than fire and ice.
They weren't just trying to get assists. They weren't just trying to get the points. They were just trying to do what they did best to help NC State win, and they did a lot of it back then.
So Coach V gave us, you know, the ball and the keys to everything out there, and you know, when he did that, we never looked back.
He wasn't always the tallest or the quickest, but he was, I mean, he was the most competitive.
As far as a scorer, I mean, there was no one better. And he had a mentality that I just loved, that I just fed off of. You know, he could miss a couple shots and never blink an eye. He wanted the next shot.
He'll take it and hit it.
I let him do his thing, he let me do our thing, and together we made a good thing.
And the numbers don't lie. Monroe broke David Thompson's scoring record with over 2,500 points, while Corciani left NC State as the NCAA's all-time assist leader with over 1,000 assists.
Our senior year with Coach Robinson and Rodney breaking the all-time scoring record and me surpassing the 1,000 assist mark, it was just kind of storybook our senior year. It was a lot of fun.
That's from the ACC Network and Raycom Sports Series Kings of the Court. The season's second show takes a look at two guards who made unique impacts on the ACC. Jay Williams, two-time National Player of the Year from Duke, but a motorcycle accident ended his playing career. Hear how that affected his life and about how he's returning to the game. Also, Kenny Anderson takes you to Queens, New York, where he became a playground legend before moving on to Georgia Tech. Go to acc.com/Kings to see where Kings of the Court airs in your area. Kelly, there have actually been other great couples, right, all time in the ACC. We've been talking about this. How about
Absolutely.
1982? Basketball, Jordan, Worthy, two Hall of Fame hoops names. Michael Jordan was a freshman, James Worthy was a junior, and the National Player of the Year that year. They led the Tar Heels to a national title. In that game, Jordan made the go-ahead basket against Georgetown in the final seconds, then Worthy got the steal to seal it.
To Clemson we go. Can't forget this running back couple, Thunder and Lightning. I was at Clemson when this duo played. James Davis bringing the power, and of course C.J. Spiller, insane speed. Over 5,300 yards combined from 2006 to 2008.
More hoops, Christian Laettner and Grant Hill. I just spoke to Laettner yesterday on the show. In their time at Durham, Duke won back-to-back national titles in 91 and 92. Hill was a freshman and a sophomore. It was Laettner's final 2 years at Duke.
Time for some 90s lovin'. You know Seminoles love these years. How about this duo? Chris Winkie, Peter Warwick combined 32 touchdowns together from 1997 to 1999. Now, we asked fans on Twitter who they thought was the best duo ever in the ACC, and Ronnie Taborn, he's taken it to soccer. Hard to forget this duo, 4-time NCAA soccer champions from North Carolina, Mia Hamm, Christine Lilly, and actually Mia married into the ACC family.
That's the couple I was thinking of.
Lots of love in there.
And Nomar Garcia-Parra played baseball at Georgia Tech. Now that is a real ACC couple right there.
That's a powerful couple right there.
Hey, remember, women's hoops tonight live on the ACC Digital Network. Number 5 Duke at Virginia Tech. And we're taking votes all day long for Dunkuary. You can vote for the best dunk for Boston College, Clemson, Duke, and Florida State. Tomorrow, it's Georgia Tech. I just mentioned Kenny Anderson a minute ago. He and I have already been tweeting back and forth about the Yellow Jackets dunks, and he is fired up. We'll be back tomorrow on ACC Live to show you the Tech nominees. That's at noon here on the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to enjoy some chocolates.
Hopefully he shares.
From Kelly Nash Sports.